Hi, I'm Aislinn, and for those who don't know me, I'm the High Priestess of Covenant Midnight's Flame, as well as the founder of the Midnight Tradition of Witchcraft. So I'm here to bring you a little mini video for Imulk, and this video will teach you how to consecrate and cleanse a tool. Imulk is the perfect time to do this. It's a time of purification and cleansing anyway, so it's a great time to not only to dedicate and rededicate yourself to a path or to the gods, but also to kind of go through your tools and your magical closet and consecrate and cleanse those tools that you haven't already done that to, or reconsecrate and cleanse a tool that perhaps you would like to have some new energy in that tool. So I've decided to cleanse my athame today. You can do this for any tool that you want. You will need something to represent each of the four earthly elements, and you'll use yourself to represent the spirit element, the fifth element. So I've chosen a bowl of salt to represent earth. It's generally one of the best things you can do, at least in this form of cleansing and consecrating, is to use salt for earth. I'm going to use water to represent the element of water. I'm going to use a candle to represent the element of fire. And then I'm going to use a smudge stick to represent the element of earth. If you are going to use a smudge stick, just make sure it's ethically sourced, but you can also use an incense stick or a feather. You can even blow on the item to represent the element of earth. I also have my cauldron here because I'm using the smudge stick. I don't want to place it back down on the altar cloth and risk setting it on fire. And one word of caution, especially with using fire at Imulk, is that Imulk is a fire holiday. As those in my coven know, at our in-person Imulk rituals, it's pretty often that the fire alarm goes off at some point. So just make sure using safety with fire, especially around Imulk. So we're going to gather all of these things up. If you don't have them, you can pause the video, gather what you need, and then come back and join me. And I'm going to do the whole little sequence once for one item, but you can rewind it and repeat it for each of the different items if you choose to. So first of all, we gather up our elements and just close your eyes. It's always useful to take a moment to just come into present space. Just invite all the parts of yourself into the present space, at least for these few minutes while we're working here. And you can do this ritual or this cleansing and consecrating is part of a full ritual, but you can also do it like I'm going to as just a standalone little technique to cleanse and consecrate your ritual tools. So I'm going to start with the element of air. I like to kind of go air, fire, water, earth. You can choose a different order if it resonates more with you, but this is the order that I call the elements when I'm in circle, and this makes the most sense for me. But like everything in witchcraft, there's I'm recommending a certain way, but if something resonates a little differently with you, try it that way. So first of all, you want to take your tool, hold it in your hand, and say, blessed be, O sacred, I'll say athame, but you can insert whatever word here you're using. Blessed be, O sacred athame. Then I'm going to move to the element of air. So I'm going to light my candle here first so that I can light the smudge stick with it. So go ahead and light your smudge stick or your incense, whichever one you're using. And then once the flames get going, you can just go ahead and kind of bring the smoke and circle it around your tool. And then we're going to say, I cleanse and consecrate you in the name of the element air. I'm just going to relight my smudge stick. I cleanse and consecrate you, athame, in the name of the element air. May all of your stains be banished by the wind. May all of your stains be banished by the wind. And make sure you put the smudge stick down somewhere. If it's still lit, put it down somewhere where it's not going to light anything else on fire. And then we'll come to the element of fire. So I'll bring this candle here. And you can just run the tool through the flame. If it's something that's not flammable, if it is something flammable, then you just want to run it through above the flame. And then we're going to say, I cleanse and consecrate you in the name of the element fire. May all the negative energy be burned away by this sacred flame. May all the negativity be burned away by this sacred flame. And then we're going to move on to the element of water. So you can bring the water to the middle of the altar here. And then what you can do is you can either run the tool through the water. I like to kind of go ahead and drip some of the water on the tool. And if it's a tool that you're worried about getting wet, you can always just kind of energetically bring it near the water. I'm just going to sprinkle some water on the tool. And I cleanse and consecrate you in the name of the element water. May the vibrations of your energy be raised to a higher degree. May the vibrations of your energy be raised to a higher degree. And then finally, we'll come to the element of earth. So bring the salt to the center here. And like the water, you can sprinkle some of the salt on the tool, or you can just bring the tool near the energetic field of the salt. I cleanse and consecrate you in the name of the element earth. May the last bit of impurity that clings to you be recycled by the Great Mother. May the last bit of impurity that clings to you be recycled by the Great Mother. And then finally, if you work with the fifth element spirit, like I do, you can also cleanse and consecrate with that. So you use yourself as the vessel to cleanse and consecrate using the element of spirit. You can hold the tool in your hands. Say, I cleanse and consecrate you in the name of the element spirit. May you be filled with the white light that is the source of us all. May you, Athame, be filled with the white light that is the source of us all. In the name of the goddess and the god, you are cleansed and consecrated. Blessed be. And then you can just rinse and repeat for the next tool, and you have cleansed and consecrated your magical tools. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again, and happy Imul to all.